We watched history being made nearly 5 years ago as the fishermen and scientists of Ocearch did that. We were on board when a 2,000-pound shark named Genie was the first great white captured, tagged, and released in the North Atlantic. The nonprofit has tagged a total of 300 sharks and completed 29 expeditions worldwide, a number of which we've been on. Its mission is to learn more about the life cycle of these predators. Ocearch's boat is in the North Cove Marina in New York City this morning. As the team prepares for its next expedition, it will head to Montauk on Long Island to focus on tagging juvenile white sharks. Chris Fischer is founding chairman and expedition leader at Ocearch. Chris, welcome back.
Good morning. Good morning. Great
Good to have you here.
First, before we get started, I have to ask, was that you in the Despacito video dancing?
You will not be seeing me in that. Unfortunately, more to come on that this morning. But first,
we should explain. You guys go way back, because you were with him in 2012 when you tagged the.
We love having Jeff for it.
Yeah. We've been out a number of times, and last time we talked about the difficulty of tagging and releasing a male shark because there have been so many females you have tagged and released. You have done that now. Why is that significant?
Well, we were inspired when Norah threw down, you know, you got to go get the boys, right? And we had to.
Yeah, she did say that, didn't she?
Because it makes sense of the females' track. So you tag the females, they're moving around. Mary Lee showed us where she was giving birth along with some great work from the past, from Jack Casey and Toby Curtis. And then in order to find the mating site, these animals are sexually separated. You need that mature male tagged, and when the male and the female come together, they show you mating. And so we struggled. We did not have the mature males. And now we have 2 mature males that are moving north right now and will show us when they come together with the females where they're potentially mating.
Remind us again the importance of sharks in the ocean.
Right, so everyone, no big sharks, no fish for our grandchildren. They are the balance keepers, and if they thrive, the system thrives.
And the point is that as much as there's so much fear about sharks, movies, books, everything else, the amount we know about them is still so limited.
Yeah, shocking. You know, it was hard to have access for the scientists because they were so big. And when we created access by using the lift on the ship, it just exploded science forward on multiple disciplines, and we are learning fast. We are going to win this one. We have 23 sharks tagged in the North Atlantic right now, and another 25 sharks or so, and we will nail down a 400-million-year-old secret and leverage that data for our grandchildren.
And one of those sharks tagged is a mature female named Lydia. What are you hoping to learn from her?
Lydia is the only mature female that we haven't tagged in Cape Cod or the Nantucket region. We tagged her in Jacksonville, and she's never gone to the Cape Cod area. We believe some of the sharks are mating in that Cape Cod area because other big mature females are there. But what Lydia did is she went to a small island called Sable Island in Nova Scotia. And we believe that she may be showing us a secondary mating site like we see off the west coast at the Farallon Islands and Guadalupe Island down in Mexico. So really interesting what Lydia's doing.
And Mary Lee is the shark that you tagged in 2012. Lots of people follow her on Twitter. What have we learned from her?
So Mary Lee, we've been tracking for 5 years this September. And really what we've seen is she is totally shifting the conversation for sharks around the whole world. She's the most famous real shark in history. And she led us to last May to Long Island, which led us to capturing and tagging the young of the year white sharks. We had Jack Casey did some great work in the 80s, Toby Curtis of Noah recently, and then Mary Lee going there. We thought, maybe they're giving birth there. And we rolled up there. We got 9 young of the year pups that were just a couple years old. And since that time, they have defined where they live in the nursery the first year of their lives between Long Island and South Carolina.
So did she give birth, Mary Lee?
We don't know that for sure. Our best guess is yes.
We hear a lot more stories, it seems, about shark encounters with people. Nets have been removed. There are more sharks, it seems, out there. There's always a lot of concern. Your T-shirt says, "Don't fear the fin."
Don't fear the fin.
What should people make of these stories when you see a shark near a beach?
They should be thrilled. That means there's going to be fish for their children to eat. That means the system's returning toward abundance. You know, the fear of sharks is kind of a real primal thing we all have, but it's an irrational fear that doesn't statistically exist. It's more dangerous to make toast in the morning.
But should we remind people not to swim towards the shark? Be happy to see the shark.
Use some common sense, right? Avoid the evenings and the mornings. If the fish are feeding and the porpoise are there and the seals are there, move to a different place.
Common sense. Chris, we'll see you back on the boat again soon. Appreciate it.
Yeah, always great to have you here. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.